You're listening to Nothing's Off the Table, the podcast where no subject is too taboo to discuss. Now, please welcome your hosts, Andy Barker and Lou Del Pree.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back another Friday night full of, I don't know.
Mischief and mayhem. We missed last week. We have to make up.
Well, and something tells me that we're going to do more than make up for that tonight. Lou, how are you, man?
Andy, I'm doing all right, buddy. I've been having a good time hanging out, and I brought somebody along with me tonight.
Oh, well, then, by all means, please introduce our esteemed guest.
Okay, so before I introduce Phil, which I guess I just did right now, but before I go into that, I just want to explain. So I talked the last couple of shows about the MilSim, right, and how much fun I've been having, and how therapeutic it, the potentials that are there. Well, I got the owner of the MilSim, Phil, to come on, Poon Blitzer, as he's known in the game. Feel free to use either moniker if you call in or ask questions. But anyway, I just wanted to welcome Phil, and we brought him here tonight to talk a little bit about the MilSim, what they're doing, shoot the breeze about times in the service. So what's up, Phil?
Hey, living the dream, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all having me on tonight. But yeah, it's exciting to be able to get what we're trying to build here out to more people and get more fucking vets involved, just to get them in there shooting the shit and fucking killing shit, brother.
Yeah.
All I have to say to that is kill.
Right. No, right. So it's a MilSim, right? And I wasn't very good at explaining it, but just to kind of bring you up to speed on what I told people already so far about what you were doing is it's a game that's sort of what I heard the term 1-to-1 ratio, right? Your character in the world are at scale. So this is a physically the physics are reality based. There's no flying, sliding or anything like you would see in like Call of Duty. And then people can run them different ways. But the server that you have, and we'll talk about the server later, because I'm very curious about that. But the server you have sort of runs in a military style, right? Mm-hmm. And can you just kind of tell us about that?
Oh, where do I even begin with that? So, I mean, all this basically began multiple video games ago. This is going to be the fourth Armor game. It's kind of like experimental. So I'm just going to go back to where it all started, if you're okay with that. It just a group of buddies. There are four of us originally. Three of us were vets. I'm not trying to deter people because there's great servers out there. And at the end of the day, I can't stress enough, it's just a fucking video game. People take it way too seriously. And it's really sad. And that reflects on a lot of the servers because it's a lot of civilians that are acting like that have never experienced what it's like in the military. And they're trying to replicate it, but they don't know how to replicate it. So it's just toxic as fuck. People are getting yelled at all the time. It's just not a good experience. Yeah. And it makes a lot of people put the game down. So we essentially just got tired of it and started our own shit after being through multiple of those communities. And I'm not going to make a long story short, but what you've been explaining to everyone, that's where we're at fucking now. And it's taken over a year and a half to get there. So, and it's still ongoing. We got a lot of shit to do. The community's expanding, I'm not anyone special. I don't know how to do any of this shit, dude. I hardly know how to run the Discord stuff. There's guys that, are motivated enough to step up into positions where they will code the server. Like there's guys creating like mods for the games. I mean, that's a whole nother, in-depth conversation you have to have about that. But
right. So the game is an 80s base, right?
Yep.
Where the kit is all, the old school Alice webbing, right? So some of us use, some of us, hadn't seen. I mean, I know a lot of the new kit I think came out around 2001, when we went into Afghanistan and started to get disseminated.
Are you talking about the good old fashioned?
Yeah, the Molly gear. Like we were laughing about it the other night in the server, right? When Molly came out, and nobody knew how to weave it, and everybody's shit was just hanging. It looked like crap. It was getting caught on everything, and people were like, "This stuff sucks," right? Because nobody knew, hey, you're supposed to weave it in and out, and then it's like super tight, and you'll be really pissed off because now you can't move it. Now where it is where it is. But long story longer, it's built on an 80s frame. And so when you talk about mods, there are people out there who know how to write code so that instead of this Jeep, it's now a Humvee. and it responds like a Humvee would, meaning it takes more bullet damage than that Jeep did. And then somebody on top of that put an armored Humvee, and then somebody put on top of that an MRAP, and and people added all these modifications, and so basically you're playing on this what was an 80s map with 80s equipment that has been modified by our fellow veterans and civilian gamers to be like modern day warfare.
Yep. I mean, you're talking about night vision, fucking IR lasers, IR lights, fucking like really anything you think of HIMARS.
And it works, right? The physics work.
It all works. It's insane. People were making fucking. Someone made the A10 Warthog. Fucking. I mean, there's F-18 fucking strikes now. Like you drop JDAMs on. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. They were dropping JDAMs the other day.
Fucking. But yeah, I mean,
were they fucking?
Yeah, we could.
I just wondered.
Fuck! I told you I've never lost a gay fucking magic gay chicken either. I'll buy you a 3-course meal. A romantic one, then lay you down by a fireplace.
It's way nicer than me. I'd give you bus money.
I give you, yeah. You look like the type of gal that'll take a half-eaten McChicken and a pack of smokes.
Hey, this is supposed to be a judgment.
Please.
It's supposed to be a judgment-free zone. You're not supposed to judge me for that. That's hurtful. True, but hurtful.
Hurtful. Let me take this rip.
It's funny. Please do. It's funny how when I first got in game, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, pre-show. I was telling Andy, Phil, like you can kind of tell who's been in and who hasn't, and sort of, even when you've been in, you can tell, like, there's levels to this, right? There's levels to your experience too as well. Like the common term you hear is pogue, right? That should tell you right there. We already know internally pogues are at a different level than the operators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So having said all that, I'm in the server and I'm relaxing now. It's like my 5th, 6th day, and now I'm just starting to throw comments out, and I would hear him in the background laughing, because it's the people who've been there know, you hear it and you laugh and you're like, oh,
so high tech's in the room. What's up, buddy? He wants to know how he gets it. How does he get the game?
So with that, all you really need to do is go on Xbox. You need to have a new gen console. I don't think it's on PC too. I don't know if it's on PS4.
I don't think it's a PlayStation.
It's not a PlayStation, but
just Xbox
buy the
and
game.
Windows.
Search up MRR and you'll see a bunch of like Marine Raider Battalion fucking servers. Join the first one and talk to some guys. I don't know who it's going to be, but they'll get you set up. We've made it super easy. We've modified the game to where you're wearing what you need to be when you get in. So all you really need to do is just learn the controls. So you can select rifleman and come right in with your kit now. Yep.
You don't come in naked anymore.
High tech, if I'm not mistaken, is a gamer as well. So the gaming aspect of it, he'll pick up way quicker than I will. That's for sure.
I want to tell you, that was one of the funniest things in this game was learning the mechanics as an old man.
Oh yeah,
we suck and we're slow. I'll admit it. But I, as an old man and being slow, I'm methodical and I pay attention, right? And you could tell the kids who are too quick, you have to take your clothes off when you would come in tricolors in order to put new clothes on. And so the guys would want to put the modern camis on, but they would like forget their pants. Because the guy would be yelling like, hey, come over, we're giving the brief, like, get over here. And like the guy would forget. So I took a picture of one brief where there's a guy in there who's all kitted up and has no pants. He's in tighty whities in the game at the brief, like listening, like,
well, that's funny because he was probably like that in real life too, playing the game.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Moto? Moto
Right,
Soto's in the room. What up?
Just mimicking his life, right? Wearing tighty whities. I had to take a picture. I was like, think.
The sad part is, man, I know dumb motherfuckers that do that shit in real life.
Well, yes, there are people who. Oh my God, oh my. All right, we never talked about this in server, and Andy and I, you and I have never talked about. Tell me your wildest fire drill story. When
Oh
they
God.
when they do the fire drills in the barracks, and the Marine who never showers now all of a sudden is naked because he was showering when the fire alarm went off. He comes out naked with a towel, and he's like, "What? What?"
I would have to, man. I'd have to think on that one. Put me on the spot
Yes,
on that one.
people. So for those of you who may not know, yes, in the military, if you live in the barracks and there's a fire drill, it is the creativity whistle. Now all the exits are an option. Even the roof that I've never been on but have dreamt of going to is now an option, even though my room is on the first floor. The fire slide that even in a drill you're not supposed to open, but it was a drill, so I won't get in trouble.
I don't. You know what? So, we've talked about this a lot, man. My memory is so bad, dude. I can't. It's really hard for me to think of things like that happen. It's so bad that a lot of times my kids will be like, "Hey, Daddy, you remember when we did this? Blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." No recollection.
Well, I told my wife, don't name it. Jesus.
Don't name it.
Now you're taking pictures of it too.
It's just, dude. So the only thing that's popping in my head right now is when we were in Okinawa. It was 2001, and there was a typhoon that rolled through, and we had the whole fucking state platoon was fucking naked as fuck in the P-way wrestling. In fact, Soto, my man Soto in the room, he can back that story up. And we have, you get cruise books and shit. We even got a picture of him in the cruise book.
Nice.
Yeah. Back when you could put shit like that in cruise books and nobody'd be offended.
I remember. Hey, so I do want to go back to the milsim though.
Yeah.
One thing that struck me and I want to ask you about, Phil, is I thought this was very interesting.
What's up?
So so the milsim is connected to a Discord, and for people that know this, I apologize, because I'm sure you're probably like, Jesus, I just shut up and move on. But two things you should know if you listen to this show regularly: one, I cannot move on until I have said everything. That is number one. and number two, I refer you to number one. So, but the Discord, right, is this social media component that goes along with the game. And so you join, and Phil, I'm going to have you jump in here in a second, and you can start off by correcting whatever I say is wrong. You join the Discord, and then it keeps you up to date on sort of the information and goings on in the game, and then also it's a place where people can text and communicate. One thing our Discord has, and at first I was kind of like, okay, we'll see, right? We'll see what this is sort of about. Is a mentorship program.
Yeah.
And there's a mentorship channel, and they offer and encourage people to get an in-game mentor. But the mentor is not just for the game. Mm-hmm. So tell me what made you add that, because that I thought that was amazing.
So like, I don't know, man. Like I fucking, you know how much you move around. Like I've never really had like a solid like friend group. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're in a whole new fucking state and city and fucking again, and fucking what? So it's kind of hard to talk about it because like when we were trying to move down here, I was living out of my car and still working. Then I was living out of Airbnb, like shitty Airbnbs, like the cheapest options. It was a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys really helped me like through that shit. And we started to notice like we're adding each other on Facebook, and fucking we had each other's real fucking phone numbers. I mean, we have a buddy in England. He was like, "Hey, my family kicked me out," and he was like, literally sitting on a street corner, pouring down rain. It's like, oh fuck, like we were able to facilitate things so he could fucking get living arrangements and fucking be good. Like he was fine after that with his family because he had some mental problems going on, but like we're like real shit happens. And at the end of the day, you talk to these people every day, you hang out with them, you talk about really intimate shit. You fucking, you probably don't even talk to your fucking family about. And it's just a judgment-free zone, man. fucking, and it's not for, I will say, dude, it's not for anyone. If you're an asshole or you're just toxic, it's probably not the best place for you, dude.
Yeah.
We'll bully you away for sure, because there's definitely bigger and meaner motherfuckers out there.
And uglier.
Oh, for sure. Look at me. Shit. I'm glad my kids look like their mama.
Amen. I mean, that's a horrible thing to say. So, hey, I've got a question for you. First of all, I want to commend you on doing that, because I am a firm believer in peer-to-peer support, peer-to-peer counseling, and I really believe that you can get more out of that type of support network than you can go to a legitimate licensed counselor, if you will. But I want to ask you, have you ever been in the game so much that it's kind of detrimental? Well, you're a combat veteran, so do you ever feel triggered from playing the game?
Like, you kind of do, like, initially, fucking, like, when I played on the Kunar map, and, like, you see they make actual fucking Afghanis.
Huh.
Like fucking to the T, and these guys have S-vests and shit, and if you pop them in the right place, it'll fucking blow, dude. I mean, a couple times, it's just like you come around a corner and there's just an S-vest right in front of you. You pull that trigger, it's like boom, it's just like fuck. You kind of got to control it down for a second, because like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, it's just a game. It is what it is. And the beautiful thing is, if like shit freaks you out like that, you can just talk to the boys about it. You know what I mean? I had a little episode, like, it was one time, and and again, it is game, but like, it was one time, and everyone took a knee and we're like, hey, bro, we got you. You're good. You know what I mean? And that's the fucking type of environment it is, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know. Oh, go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, because, we still have this, and I hate to put this focus away from the game, but it's so relatable. We put so much, the stigma of mental health is still there, right? And until we realize that it's okay to go and seek help, this is awesome. You can still get the support that you need just from what you're doing on a game. And so, man, I take my hat off to you for sure.
I'm no one special, man.
Oh, you're quite special.
Fucking small part of that. I just get high and have random ideas. He's do it. It's fucking stupid.
Dude, the hat, by virtue of the hat that you're wearing, you're special. Don't sell yourself short.
I told you from the get-go, brother. I drool a little bit when I talk.
well, hey, let me caveat on what you're saying though. About the game. So my first time in, and we did talk a little bit about this before, right? There's a guy on there. He gets a little over the top, right? But to me it was funny, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stick around because this kid's funny, right? He was doing the whole drill sergeant routine, but you could tell, he was off, right? He was almost there, but it was a little bit off. So I thought it was funny. I said, let me stay, right? So we do this combat brief, this patrol brief. And I'm like, okay, that sounds legit. We load up in vehicles. I'm like, okay, there's an order here. All right. I mean, I remember the convoy thing, okay. I get in, we drive out the gate. The first Vic hits a mine. All four are killed. The radio traffic starts going nuts. And I'm like, this is legit. Yeah. Yeah. And then we start shooting. And the one kid next to me is like, I can't see shit. And I'm like, yeah, this is legit. I'm like, yeah. And I told him exactly what was told to me. I can't see shit either, buddy, but you can't go back with a full combat load when your buddies are engaging. We both laughed and we fired into the bushes and we went back and could happily say we participated. But I mean, like, some people have a vision of war that just isn't true. It's not so black and white. It's not so cut and dry. Yeah, a lot of times I didn't see where it was coming from. I have no idea. I heard it that way. I fired that way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where shit's coming from in that game. Like 90%. Like that's why I carry that fucking Mark 48, because fucking, I can't hit shit to begin with. Fucking.
I know what you mean.
So what happens when you don't qualify with iron sights? Oh, go!
I stacked up on an AI the other day. I'm like, you ready to go? And he was like, what's going on there? And then turned around and shot me. I was like, I guess not. I guess you're not who I thought you were.
Dude, the funny thing is, those things have American voices. They're like Tyler.
Yeah.
with American voices. It's like Audible, and it sounds like Jeffrey from down the street. It's just like moving. It's just like, oh god.
Set scanning. Enemy target.
Too, you know what I mean, man? It's a little corny too. You know, fucking. It's like it has so much comedic value.
They spawn AI with names, right? So I'm like, hey, you know, so it was one of the guys. A lot of the guys in game talk shit to them, and they're like, get out of my way, Jack Johnson, or whatever, like because they have names.
Dan Peters, like, down.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't know Jack Johnson, man? That's my boy. He's been through Kunar with me. I've been with Jack Johnson. Me and Jack Johnson been in the shit.
Yeah, we're all of us are higher than bat pussy 90% of the time. Like, dude, like it's fucking stupid.
Bat pussy's pretty high.
So a guy we used to podcast with used to always say on here we were higher than giraffe pussy, but I always kept hearing draft pussy. So every year I'd ask him, what is draft pussy? But it was so distant from the time I asked before. He'd always say, someone else keeps asking that too. And
hey, look, hold on. There's a comment in the room that says, stop going live over and over again. Fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry for offending you. No, I'm not. Get the fuck out. You don't like it. You have that option to not watch. Bye-bye.
Yeah, right. But dude, it's funny, man. I think it's. I'll tell you what. I like the camaraderie. Now it's true. There are jerks, right? And you do have to deal with the jerks. But one thing I had a problem with, and you've been helping me, and other people have been helping me in the game with, is it's just it's real enough to trick me into thinking it wants to be realer.
Yeah.
And so I offer input, right? And quite frequently, I love seeing a message from Poon Blitzer. You open that like expecting the Gettysburg Address, right? You're just gonna get something potent, right? So, I'll open my message from Poon Blitzer, and it's like, yo, it's a game, bro. Just relax, man. Let people have some fun. Let them do their thing, right? Because I do try to interject, or I get sucked in. Like I said, I get sucked in. Like they have a rank structure, and I get sucked in. And offer.
Lieutenant captain of the fucking world, motherfucker.
I know, right? But you just get, like I said, you run such a great server, and you have such great guys that it becomes believable.
Dude, when are we just gonna fucking just admit that it's a cult?
Yeah.
Fucking.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it is a ton of fun, and I do have to remind myself that it is a game because, again, like you said, we do get some, you do get some people that get overzealous, or looking for a second run at life, or to maybe correct career mistakes they may have made. I mean, it's not for that. It's a game. I think what it's for is for people to come together, vent, shoot a common enemy, because we don't do player versus player. Right. It has the option to do that, but we don't do that. We stay together and we shoot the enemy, and just have fun, and then a little bit of, and if you want to get into the mentorship, there are some serious people that are out willing to help with the mentorship,
Are there officers in this game?
He's Colonel Poon Blitzer.
Colonel Poon.
Yeah, dude, fucking, it's so funny, bro. I was Captain Poon, and I was like, that's like, I was a captain for a long time.
I met you as Major Poon.
Oh, it was Major Poon too, bro.
I was just thinking, you could fucking start writing your patrol and your warning orders, man, and they're taking it too serious when they start friggin' spell checking your shit.
Yeah, where's your Annex Q? Where's your Annex Q, Gorman?
That just ain't, I fucking nope.
Where's your Annex Q? Hey, do we need Doxy? How much do you bring the Doxy?
Which AMOL are you bringing for this?
Yeah, we always need Doxy, sir. Have you seen the shit your Marines fuck? Whether malaria's there or not, we need Doxy.
We don't need to bring no Doxy. That don't do shit for herpes.
I'll tell you what, man, Putin, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
You gonna punch my whole doc?
No, I don't. I never punched a boar in my life, man. No, I did once.
You're a liar, dude.
I did once.
Grip. You used to grip.
I did once, brother. And you know what?
Fucking.
No, I was like, damn, man, your dick's sneezing at me. Anyway, you got to back them against the wall too, because it hurts so bad they get away. So you got to put them against. Anyway, long story longer. I did it one time, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Why do I? Because what was happening was I was taking the sample, And then I was dropping it off at the lab, which takes 24 hours to grow, on my way to the pharmacy to give the medicine anyway.
Yep.
So I was like, why am I doing this to this guy? I don't like.
Well-
here's the myth. The truth is, and I'll never say this in the server, right? Because I have a reputation to maintain. I don't want to look at dick.
This nerd, fucking, I've
I
got a
don't wanna.
reputation to maintain.
I really don't want to look at
You
dick. I
because
didn't.
you
I wasn't
treat-
impressed by it.
You're gonna treat regardless, but the only time I would punch a bore is if when I had repeat offenders. Make it painful on purpose. Pain is it's a wonderful educator and motivator, man. I'm telling
Pain,
you.
fear, shame, all powerful
I had
motivators.
dude, when I was in my first deployment to the Philippines back, I won't say when. Somebody might not even been born then. I don't know. But anyway,
Back in fucking 1822.
24. 24. Come on. So
Do
anyway,
you guys have an equivalent of the grand old man of the Marine Corps? Like a grand old man, fucking.
No, the Navy doesn't have
like that?
tradition. Oh no, man, the Navy
No.
doesn't have tradition like that.
No.
Really?
We had
Navy's
tail
sorry
hook
as
and
fuck.
women ruined it.
That's 100%.
Well, did you
Correct.
see that female 31 I sent you, dude?
I did
On
see
Discord?
that. Did you see Andy?
She's
Oh,
a
no.
fucking according. So one of the guys in there, he's still serving. He's with 1-3, and
Whoa. Watch your tone.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm sick. But my apologies, I'm high as shit. But
I did 2 tours in 1-3, man. That's my battalion, brother.
fucking
He's a 1-3
Right.
Marine or Corpsman.
okay. So we definitely need to get you two together. Get you that Xbox Live Gold, buddy.
Well, what do you? Now, you're gonna have to define together, because
Ooh, it's
I
whatever.
mean, are
you
we
want.
talking?
That's
We'll
the
get you
beauty.
docked.
Are we talking relationship or just hit it and quit it? I mean, let's. What are we talking?
Fucking
Quick docking,
honestly,
offload the
she's
information.
Probably the type of girl, fucking, you got to put a ring on it. I would. I treat her nice.
The picture of the girl, the 31, she looks cute and she's carrying the 240 and
Yep.
she looks like she can do it, right?
Yep.
My point though is that's wonderful. That's one. How many
That's
millions
one,
did we spend on
a
this?
microcosm of a microcosm.
How many billions are we spending on this crap? And you found one?
Well,
2.
When did the Marine Corps do studies on mixed fucking gender fucking
7-8 years ago, they destroyed them.
and they
destroyed them.
They performed like 50% less fucking.
Yes,
efficient.
yeah, the all male unit destroyed them, and then somebody
Yep.
said, "Well, they stacked the all male unit." So what? The enemy doesn't stack its units with its
Yeah,
best.
exactly.
What? I mean, what? What?
The enemy doesn't give a fuck about your social experiment.
No, I just think that's like a fad,
I'm not sure what.
Nothing is on the table except the whole load of shit you two won't divide.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know, man. You can throw whatever.
yeah. What? I don't know. But that young lady's an anomaly, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
even then, like, they were having like fucking pelvis issues. It was making them barren and shit, dude. Like they were having like real fucking health problems. It just
Yeah, well, it's
science
just
doesn't
yeah.
science doesn't give a fuck.
Well, the equipment's one
Science-
size fits all
Does
too.
not give a fuck, dude. Like,
Dude, come on. Let's face it. That shit breaks men.
yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Yes,
It does.
yes,
Majority of men. Majority. Fucking.
yes.
It's just that they aren't. So when you get down to the science of it, testosterone just makes our bones fucking stronger, our tendons stronger, our muscles fucking bigger and stronger. Fucking their bodies aren't just made for the same skill set males do. There's plenty
Yeah.
of shit my wife does that I can't do. I'll admit that, dude. Like
We're just- yeah.
I'm a fucking rock eater, fucking through and through. But fucking fuck it. But like if I were to hit her once, I would shatter her jaw and I would go to jail. You know what I
yeah.
Yeah.
It just and like you putting fucking little Susie fucking rotten crotch fucking with a bunch of fucking 03s. And I mean, you saw what happened like in the early days of fucking Iraq. Those chicks that got snatched up, all their bones broken. And they
The
got
propaganda.
yeah, dude. Fuck that. That's like, how dark you get, the mindset you get in. Fucking, it's very fucking primal. That's the only way that I could fucking explain. You're in a dark fucking place when you're downrange. At least I was. And
Well, I just don't understand. Yeah. I'm
If
with
you're
you.
not, I'm worried about you.
yeah, for sure.
But it does blow my mind though. Like you know, we all have a role to play. We have roles to play. Now, I understand some people don't like their roles. I
Yeah.
understand some people want to play other people's roles. And I
Fuck
understand
yeah.
people are always looking for better roles or whatever. I don't even
I
fit
don't
dinner
want to be in
roles.
charge.
Who
dude,
the
to be
fuck
honest
knows,
with you.
right?
That shit sucks.
Right, but my point is
Fuck.
we have roles to play, and here's the thing: if you want to play outside your role, okay, but if you get slapped hard, that is nobody's fault.
Oh
That's
yeah.
nobody's problem. And I think what people fail to realize is if we do have a front line full of women and they are captured and they are used for propaganda purposes, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that say we don't want to do this war anymore. We don't want to do this. And then you're like, well, that's what happens, right? But if you do that to a whole bunch of men and release the film, we're gonna have a whole bunch of people say, my brother's coming too.
Yep.
And we're gonna fix this.
Everybody wants
Right?
to
We're
be.
gonna fix this. You know,
Everybody wants to be a frogman until it's time to do frogman shit.
I have
Well,
two posters
same
upstairs.
shit.
Everybody's a
Everyone
beast.
wants to be a fucking grunt until it's time to do fucking grunt shit. dude.
Oh,
Yep.
we talked about this the other day. Tell us your thoughts on open contract Marines that wanted to be a grunt but had to go open contract.
I mean, dude, like, why do you need to tell people? Just be proud of your service, no matter what you did, man.
Right.
You know, like that. That's
Wait, are you saying that's bullshit? You're saying the
Yeah,
03 is
that's
never closed?
No, dude.
I thought 03 MLS is
No,
closed
bro,
for
that's not
11
even
months
how
out
that
of the
works.
year.
I will explain to you how that works. So, fucking, goddamn, like if you fucking, like, so I signed on an open contract. And we waited till I got my fucking 03 fucking MOS. So you go as before you fucking go to ITB, fucking you're an 03 open. You know what I mean? You're an infantryman undesignated. And from fucking once you get to fucking ITB, first phase learning just basic 0311 shit. And then fucking the second part of it is fucking all the smart, strong, big dick motherfuckers go to weapons. But that's bullshit, dude. Because like I had to wait like 3 months to get mine. You know what I mean? And I still got it before I shipped.
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
that's just bullshit, man. In my opinion, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I know
Who
it is,
cares? Who
man.
fucking
It's always
cares
the
at the end of
cooks
the day,
too.
dude?
Like I was gonna be a
Like
grunt.
I'm a fat pothead dad now. It doesn't matter anymore. You know, it's good to talk about fucking the good old days, but like fucking getting back to the mental illness, it's better fucking living the now than the past. You know what I mean?
Hey, Lou, was it you that was telling me? I think you went into a VFW or something, and everybody's always a grunt.
No, the Sergeant Major
you told
McKay.
me.
Sergeant Major McKay.
Yeah.
Sergeant Major McKay told me he hates the VFW because 3 tours in Vietnam, 3 Purple Hearts, but he said he got 2 during one. But retired Sergeant Major. When I got to the Constitution, today's guy, my very first day on the Constitution, in dress blues, brown folder in hand, smoking a cigarette on the smoke deck. He comes over in his security uniform, and he said, "All right, let me see him." I said, "What?" He said, "Let me see the stack. Let me see him." So I open up and I show him my ribbons. He's like, "Oh, you got a heart. Just one?" All right, you're the real deal. And then we were friends ever since, right? Friends ever since. Every Marine Corps birthday, Navy birthday, we call each other. He's since retired again. Anyway, I was talking to him about the VFW, and he said, "Doc," he said, "let me tell you something. We've been cutting jobs in the military even back there in Vietnam." He said, "If your job didn't matter, we'd have cut that crap a long time ago." He said, "When I went to the VFW, everybody's a goddamn grunt." He said, "But their units are never right. Their deployment dates don't match."
Yep.
He's like, "You mean to tell me we didn't have truck drivers? You mean to tell me I didn't have people resupply? Without that, I couldn't have done anything. Do you know how many casualties we would have taken?" He's like, "These people were critical." He's like, "But instead they just want to be in there lying." He's like, I can't be in there." But he was one of those dudes that remembers that crap. I couldn't tell you the adjacent units in Afghanistan. I couldn't. But he knew. He used to catch him in line at the Constitution all the time. He'd catch him in line and kick him out. Vietnam vets, when they'd be lying about their units, he'd be like, "You want to try that again? You want to try that again?" He was like an encyclopedia, man. Like a fucking encyclopedia. He knew which units were there, where,
Well, dude,
what.
the VFW as a whole organization is just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all goofy. Like I'm not gonna name drop anything, but there's one in St. Louis where you're at, Andy, that where I told you the area I lived in.
Mhm.
Fucking that so they're the post commander got in like on a technicality, fucking like back in the 80s,
Hmm.
and he was like some guard dude, and fucking they did something back in the 80s to bolster membership for like a short time, and fucking like he got in on a technicality.
So basically, like American Legion criteria,
Yeah, dude,
but
bro, like everyone just like you go around those people, it's like, hey, fucking, like how many of y'all are combat vets? And it's just like, oh well, I'm affiliated. My dad. It's just like, bro, like fucking, it's just weird. Like it's a weird circle jerk.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I've never had a good time anytime I went. It's just depressing, dude. Fucking.
I'm in the
like,
I'm in the
it's
Marine
just
Corps
like, you'll
League.
go in there, just like, you're right. It's like, am I the only real motherfucker in this room?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like fucking a bunch of civilians. It's like, bro, why is an Indian guy up here shooting pool?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
what kind of Indian?
Yeah. Because Indians are dangerous.
What kind of Indian?
I can deal with Indians. I can't deal with Indians. As Norm Macdonald would
the
say.
dot ones. Not the
Oh my God!
But dude, I joined the Marine Corps League, and that's cool. I did lower the average age in there by 20 years, and I'm pretty freaking old. But I'll tell you what, those guys in there are real motherfuckers, man. Like in that Marine Corps League, we have one Navy affiliate member.
You?
But I'm an actual member because I was I'm a combat veteran Marine stationed with the Marines, so I'm an actual member. So I wear their uniform. But in fact, I got elected vice commandant.
Oh. Oh, speaking of, did I tell you I'm
Commandant, yeah. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, fucking.
der Kommandant, ja.
Yeah, right.
Deine Mutter ist ein Fettfleisch, ja. I'm joining the Coast Guard.
Bist du ficken oder was?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I didn't hear.
It was a German.
Oh, I'm joining the Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you know who's in the Coast Guard Auxiliary?
Who?
My gay cousin Rudolfo.
Oh, fabulous.
You guys should hook up, man. He was telling me about how dope that is.
I got news for you.
What?
We already did. You know what I'm saying?
Rudolfo is a talker.
Hey, no, my neighbor, dude. My neighbor's a mass chief in the Coast Guard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is Soto still in this bitch?
I don't know. Soto, you still here?
Amphibious raids, motherfucker. Right?
It's raining. We're amphibious, dog.
I don't know if he's still in here or not. Soda's a good motherfucker, man. Anyway, so he's, as a Master Chief, he's the CO of the river buoy tender that he's on.
That's right. Master Chiefs can command boats.
Yep. So check this out, right?
Soto. Amphibious raids.
Yet, he's still here. Yet. Sandman. So my dad was on the very same ship that he's on right now.
Nice.
So they got an underway coming up in May. I'm going to to make it legit, don't get him in trouble, I'll join the auxiliary. I'll go fucking get underway with him. I'll be his cook or whatever they want me to do. I'll scrub shitters. I don't care.
Fucking.
Yeah.
But you better do it with your butt cheeks.
That's right. Hey, I'll take going back to the Marine Corps League,
underestimate me so much.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I'm telling you, man.
So going back to the Marine Corps League, though, I'll tell you what about these organizations that I think is sad. You do have some, and VFW, I'm sure there's some very good chapters out there, right? But the majority are crap, and I think you know it. But you get to some of these more specialized, like the Navy has the Submarine Corps sort of organization. What's that organization, Andy? What is it?
Subvets.
Subvets. I thought it was like Pride for America or something. Well, anyway, all right, subvets.
No, that's your LGBTQRSLMNOPWXYMZ.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay. Well. So anyway, but the subvets, we do a joint ceremony with them when they read the names of all the subs that sank right around Memorial Day, and we do the flag detail for that. So they have a good membership. So you get to the more specialized ones, they have better membership, right? Better quality membership, better requirements. But the thing, I joined and I wasn't sure if I was going to make meetings or not, or if I was going to care or not. But when I saw the need for the funeral attendants, that's what kept me going. A lot of these guys are getting older, they're warriors, and they could use, I kind of felt obligated, as some members started passing on and I started going to funerals and I started seeing it was just kind of the same 4 guys, now 5. Well, how can I make that 6, man? Like these guys paved the way for us. They really stood out there. Maybe some of them were pieces of shit. Who knows? There were years I was a piece of shit, but the point being is, they served, they rogered up, and, to only have like 3 or 4 guys coming, to say goodbye when you served an organization, I thought, my duty was to be there. So I say that to say this, I encourage all of you to look for an organization that you feel, meets the needs, or the requirements of something that, will help, you, as well as you being able to help them. I would encourage you to join, because the membership of these organizations is getting older, and we can't throw a rock and not hit a fucking vet who's trying to eat for free at fucking steak place,
Right?
Yeah, come on.
Applebee's. Anyway. I've heard Applebee's.
Applebee's.
Hey, wow.
You guys get your Lowe's discount. You have to register online. You can't get it at the store.
Dude, my wife did that for me. My wife fucking did that for me. Dude.
Good.
You tell me. Fucking, she did the ID me shit, dude. She's like,
yeah.
She was like, it's under my phone number. I was like, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah,
Like,
my wife did the same thing. It's under her phone number.
Fucking dumb.
My wife asks for a military discount like it's a fucking right. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't say anything.
I rarely ask for one, man.
Yeah, I try to accidentally drop my military ID card on the counter, like thinking they'll notice it. Like, I'm like, oh, I dropped that. DOD. Let me put that back.
Sir, you dropped your AARP card.
Yeah. So that says patient. Oh, sorry. I'll need that one later.
Hey, I wonder if Phil and Moto Soda or in the same around the same time. Bye, Erica.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well,
Moto, call the show, dude. Numbers on the screen.
Moto, call the show before you call. Yeah. Call when. In the meantime, I want to go back to the mill sim though. Boom. The whole reason we keep going down rabbit holes, because we're veterans.
That's what we do,
and we're jogging each other's memories. So that's the.
Here's
what I thought was interesting about the mill sim,
bro.
What's up?
You're a legend, brother.
Who is?
Soto,
fucking yeah, man.
Fucking, oh yeah. So
no, I'm just saying the boys in that era, dude. Like,
oh yeah,
like fucking 1-4 caught the ass end.
I was flying Kazovac in 04 to 05.
Early Iraq, dude. Like fucking, they were fucking just fucking kicking shit in, dude. So
I was picking those boys up. I was flying Kazovac in and out of Fallujah, Blue Diamond, Leatherneck, all that stuff. Anyway, or no, Leatherneck's in Afghanistan.
Hey, shit. You probably taught your boots, taught me. So fucking, I'm saying hats off to you, brother.
Hey, no, you're not, because your hat's still on.
It's a big 10-gallon. More like a 7.5. Never could quite make it.
Got a little hat wall going on over there.
Never could quite cross the finish line.
My little fucking office is still like fucking coming together, but
like it, man. I like the wood floor.
Yeah, I got the wood for you, Doc.
But hey,
when you're done, Lou, I got to tell you the Philippine story that you cut me off on earlier. I got to finish that. So finish your shit, and I'll finish the Philippine story.
Well, no, finish the Philippine story. I thought we went down a rabbit hole and then we're coming back. I forgot what I was going to say anyway. I was talking about something about the mill sim.
We haven't taken a rip together in 44 minutes and 45
I know. I gotta wait. I try not to during.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'll do for both.
Thanks. Anyway, so back then when you had sick call, HIPAA wasn't around then, right? So we had, remember the green logbooks? We'd put the green logbook on the fucking counter. The Marine walk in, he'd sign in for sick call, and he'd put the problem, right? So it's my turn to get the next patient. I get up there, I grab him, I see in the logbook it says foot problem. All right, cool. Get him back to the exam room. All right, double dog, what's the problem with your foot? He says my dick keeps dripping on it. That's exactly what I did until he showed me.
Oh,
it was the worst case of gonorrhea I've ever seen. Jeez. It was resistant to everything we had. We ended up medevacing this dude, and it was so bad. Ended up eating the valves of his heart.
Ooh,
Really?
Yikes.
Yeah. And the great part was he was a sergeant.
Did he enjoy it? I mean, did he at least enjoy it when he got it?
I hope he did.
Like, man, I don't even remember it.
Because he had to explain that shit to his wife.
Oh shit!
Do you remember we used to have to send the letter?
That's a no shitter right there.
The colonel would send the letter, man. The colonel would send the letter. So as a corpsman, if we caught you with the STD and you were married, you'd have to do the interview, and then they would have to. They'd send the letter
by law.
They sent a letter.
Man. Oh yeah.
Yep. Because
dudes would panic when you were like, "Hey man, what do you want me to do?" You know, do you have to send the letter? Yeah.
Should have put your dick where it didn't belong.
Yeah, you might have got it from her. We don't know. Do you know?
Right?
Are you sure? You know, I mean,
fucking Christ.
You know, a lot of things come out here in these things here.
I know it wasn't from her. I'm just saying.
I was on duty. I was on duty, and if you were on duty with me, you remember this. I was on duty in Yokosuka in labor and delivery when the child did not match the parents. And there
that happens more than you think.
There was an incident. Some equipment was damaged, and we had to escort somebody out of there.
I thought you were gonna go the other way.
Nope, equipment got damaged, my friend. Yeah. That child was darker than the father
by a lot,
and the confession came out, and he destroyed the ultrasound machine, and it got ugly, it got intense in there, man.
You blame him?
No, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, hey man, somebody's got to pay for that.
I can't say I wouldn't have done the same shit, man.
I don't know. You know, it's funny. I've never been in that situation. I don't know.
Well, not in that situation, but my ex-wife was so loving that she shared half of that love with half of San Diego. So, you know, got that going for me, which is nice.
My wife tells me all the time, if we ever get divorced, never another American. She says that, and she says every penny. I'm taking every penny that your legal system will allow, and never another American.
She makes more money than you do now.
Oh man, she'll be like reading on Facebook. She'll be like, "Ooh, you know, so and so left her husband." Man, you know,
I hate Facebook.
There's a mutual friend of ours that was stationed in Yokosuka. She did leave her husband, and she was like, every penny. Like that's when she'll say it. Every penny.
All I'm gonna say, Lou, is she can't touch your disability.
No, she can't touch any of it. She makes more than me.
That's right.
Yeah, I need alimony.
That's right.
You're not wrong. I wish my wife made more than me, dude.
Yeah,
I'd put on that apron in a heartbeat.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, man. Before I found Arma, I was getting into Dr. Phil having an affair with Sarah, whose husband was in leukemia treatment, you know, in a gay relationship with, you know, the houseboy from, I think it was like As the World Turns. I was getting into it. I was like, yeah.
I can't get into any of that crap.
Hey, but it's my job, man. I vacuum one room, and I'm like, yeah.
It's just so, man, I
vacuum one room.
I'm like vacuuming, like,
dude, you're like a
don't tell her. Don't tell her.
She's gonna come home and the dinner's gonna be cold and you're gonna get beat.
Man, my wife was the queen of serving cold food, man. I bought her chafing dishes for Christmas. She was so pissed.
Oh my god!
Back when I was balling, I bought her chafing dishes. She was pissed.
No wonder she hates you.
Pissed. It's like Homer Simpson's bowling ball, man. And you know they came in a big box too, so she must have thought she was getting some shit.
Damn.
Oh yeah, man, dude, she's the queen. I tell her all the time. I'm like, wow, you know, what are you doing? And I hope she can't hear this. We've gotten over it, you know. I don't want to bring up old shit. I don't want to bring up old shit. That's a woman's job.
We've gotten over it.
Can you imagine being in I don't understand gay marriage, man. These lesbians are probably arguing about shit from like the 1840s, man.
Right?
Like with genetic memory. And then your father took my mother and her job.
Oh my God.
I hate you.
Yo.
And then, let's make up.
Listen,
like, oh
man.
my God, right?
We went down to Florida after Christmas. Went to Daytona Beach, did some stuff, some work there, and then the rest of the time we went to Orlando, and we went to Disney. We didn't even go in the park, man. It was in their little Disney Village area.
Yeah.
Bro, it's rainbow everything.
Yes.
Everything. I mean, you got these, I don't even, barely human. I think there were women. I'm not quite sure, but, holding hands and dudes holding hands and kissing. I'm like, man, I don't want to see a heterosexual couple doing that at a place for kids, let alone. I'm just like, this shit's gone way too far, man. Way too far. I don't care if you suck. You want to suck a dick? Suck a dick. I don't care. Live your life, but live it privately. Don't be putting that shit out on display. And that goes for anything, heterosexual, homosexual. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see it. That's what Pornhub's for. You want to watch that shit? Watch Pornhub. Mm-hmm. By God. All right, off the soapbox.
God damn it, boy. Fucking. I'm telling you, man, if you move down south, you don't have to put up with any of that.
Well, Florida's pretty south.
I just think if you go to Disney, you're an idiot, right? You're an idiot. With the amount of gay going on in Disney, I wouldn't trust any of those fucking rides. I'm one man in this house, and I got spare parts all fucking over the place.
Yeah, right.
I'm just telling you, if it's all gay men down there fucking around, married and putting this shit up and working in there, and that's all they hire around there, can you imagine the amount of fucking spare parts running around there?
A lot of, what are you trying to say, nuts and bolts? I'm
just saying, man.
Bunch of twig and berries.
I wouldn't sit on a gay couple's furniture to save your fucking life if it's two dudes. You're taking your life in your hands, man. There's probably spare parts everywhere. You can't count on that thing being put together, right?
But
what do you think? They're going to ask each other for help?
The place would be clean as fuck, though.
They're suffering. I guarantee you they're suffering in silence.
Look, man, gay men are fucking meticulously clean. What's crazy is gay women are pigs. Disgusting. Dirty. I don't get it, man.
Get this information at?
I don't know, but I've always said nothing good ever comes from a woman in short hair.
We'll talk offline, buddy.
Nothing good. Nothing good's ever come from a woman in short hair and a hyphenated name.
Oh, fuck.
Nothing.
I spent a lot of years in the medical community.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I've inspected some rooms and I'm just like, well, Lou can tell you. Jesus.
Oh, do you remember that dude's statues? And they used to go in his room and he would have all these like women anime statues were in Japan. I mean, like, but it was like all the half naked bunnies and shit, and like, and he comes to me one day and he's like, "How do I file a complaint?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, I can't prove it, but I know they're inspecting my room and moving my figures, touching my figures. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, I can't prove it, but they're not how I left them." And I'm like, I don't know what the like, I don't understand the words.
I remember that dude.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I remember that. Okay, I don't remember his name, but I remember
his name. I won't throw it out there, but hey, quick caveat, fast forward. I'm sorry, man. I know exactly what you're saying. I know when the shit moves. I know when it moves. Anyway, he was sick, man. Like I said, his wife, nobody ever met from the airlines.
Right. Actually, I did meet her. Oh, he brought her to the ER one day.
Oh, yeah?
She's all right, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's amazing what you do. It's amazing what you do for a green card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. $50.
Phil, you got to look at this comment in the room.
I know. I used to come.
Happy birthday, Billy Bruce. It's Billy Bruce's birthday today.
I used to come to work, man. Andy will tell you, Phil, after you take a look at that.
Remember that story I was telling you?
Guy with the 50 cal. It's funny.
Hey, so Andy, we had a sleeping beauty in our ER, right? We had a sleeping beauty, right? A girl that was, gorgeous, but nobody knew, right? Nobody knew, just the way she presented herself, the way she came.
Keep going.
The
I'll
one
figure
that
it
ended
out.
up marrying the first class, and then they divorced like 2 months later, and
Oh yeah. Yep.
yeah. So like
100%.
nobody really knew, right? It was like a sleeping beauty. So anyway, and then we had another girl. No, we had like 3 girls. We had like 3 girls in the ER. One was older, had a family, more, established, right? The other 2 were single. Anyway, long story longer, we come in at night, right? And it's the one girl on with the guys, right? And are the guys all over? No, they're showing her how to log into fucking World of Warcraft.
You're taking my story. So, dude, I had just gotten promoted, right? I get off shift, and the club was right across, literally right across the street from the ER.
Yes.
So
the officers club is right across.
I got off shift. I went over there, tied one on, and I left my bags in the ER because I don't want to bring them over there, So come back, get my stuff, and exactly what he was saying. All these guys are around this young lady who was very attractive, and they're in civilian. They're not even working. They're in there hanging out, a World of War, whatever they're doing, right? I'm tanked, man. I'm fucking walking in, and I'm like, what are you fucking guys doing, man? And they were, I think they said they were talking about robots and shit, right?
Who knows?
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I just shake my head. I'm walking by, and they're like, well, who doesn't like robots, sir? I said, I don't. And they're like, why not? I said, because I like pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
And that girl, I'm not going to mention her name, but she turned around and looked at me and started laughing her ass off.
Yeah.
God. I don't get it, man. I had this.
Boots.
What's that?
I said these fucking boots.
I'm telling you. But, dude, so pretty much my whole career up until about the 14, 15 year mark was all Greenside.
Okay.
I left Greenside. I went from an infantry battalion to a submarine, dude.
Yeah.
I had the worst. I couldn't adjust, man. Because blue side, Navy is just, they're fucking nasty. Let's just face it, man. And I say that because I grew up in the Marine Corps, essentially, So I had a hard time adjusting with them. I almost got in a fist fight with the chief of the boat on cruise mess, and there's a purpose behind the story, and I can't remember what the hell it was.
Hey, no worries. Andy, before we get to veterans helping veterans, and we thank, we got to wrap it up, but I want to thank Phil for coming on. And Phil, you have our veterans helping veterans segment. Before we get to that, though, I do want to tell you one quick thing when you were talking about dealing with your story, and maybe this will jog your memory, Andy. But I had the Marine recruiter call me, and I had knee reconstruction my freshman year of high school. So I had knee reconstruction. Marine recruiter calls me, says, "What are you doing, Lewis?" I said, "I'm having lunch." I said, "You ever thought about a career in the Marine Corps?" I said, "I have." And he said, "Well, let's talk." I said, "Before we talk, I just want to let you know I had knee reconstruction in 1992. He said, "You have a nice lunch, Lewis." He fucking hung right up on me, and I never heard from him again. And I ended up in the Navy.
No, it doesn't jog my memory at all.
Oh, I wish it would. All right.
Anyway.
Well, Andy, you got the controls, brother.
So it's that time of the episode where we highlight a veteran helping veteran organization. And just so happens that Phil has an organization that he would like to present to us.
Boom Blitzer.
Boom Blitzer.
But hey, for all the fucking all jets in the amphibious ray community, or even the fucking Marstock pipeline, check out Paid to Raid, fucking made by a former fucking dude from 1-4 Alpha, established back in 2017, fucking veteran owned and operated, fucking www.paidtoraid.com. Check out the gear, got a lot of cool shit.
All right then. What is it again? One more time.
Paidtoraid.com.
Haterade. And I bet you find a bunch of yeah shit there too.
Oh, sure.
Hey, you can check the middle sim out again on Arma, Reforger, PC based or Xbox. And when you go into the multiplayer, you hit the search bar, type MRR, and you will see there's a couple of servers we all kind of work together that Poon has organized and gotten. But MRR First Battalion is the one that we play on regularly. So I hope to see you there, and would love to see you become a member and maybe become a mentor as well if you're out there and interested.
Hell yeah. Phil, thanks so much for coming on the show, brother. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't jump out just yet.
Ah.
But everybody else, thanks for watching. See you later.